common question is how to make a bomb block that blows up 4 different blocks with just one bomb. To create that, you need to first find a block that, let's just use these. Create 4 of them just like that for the first example. Select one of them, normally the top left-hand corner, and turn that into a bomb block, all the way down. Now, depending on whether or not you want it to respawn or spawn, you have to choose its BTS values. In this case, we might not want it to spawn, but for right now, we'll just leave it there. Now, select the tile directly to the right of it, and change that to a horizontal tile. If I can find it. There it was. Now, you have to select your BTS values. I believe Jason went over this, and FF would be, in other words, a -1, which means it moves 1 to the left. FE would be 2 to the left. FD would be 3 to the left. And moving this way, 1 would be 1 to the right, 2 would be 2 to the right. Or actually, it's probably 0, 0 is 1 to the right, 0, 1 is 2 to the right. But we're moving 1 to the left, so we're going to select FF and give it that value. You should have an FF over top of it. The one directly below the bomb block, you're going to do the same thing, but with a vertical. So we can grab vertical, FF is fine, drop that. And for this particular tile, you could use a vertical or a horizontal, it really doesn't matter. But we're going to use a vertical, so it's going to copy this particular value right here. Now, once you have all those selected, you need to select what kind of bomb block you're going to use. Since this is a 4x4 tile, we're going to use, or sorry, not 4x4, 2x2, either this one or this one, depending on whether or not we want it to spawn. If we don't want it to spawn, we'll use 0.7. If we do, we'd use 0.3. If we didn't want it to spawn, 0.7, drag onto the actual bomb block, and you should get a complete red square with 3 blocks with FF and 1 block with 0.7. Now that block, when bombed, will blow up all those particular pieces, will not respawn, and you have a perfectly working set. Now you can even see some examples of how they used it over here. Notice the 0.7, FFF, that's one entire block. Now you can also do 2x1s or 1x2s, and they do the same thing. This one has 0.5, depending on, I guess, 0.5, because if you look over here, 0.5 is a 2x1, which those blocks are down there. 2x1, 2x1. That's why they're not 0.7. So depending on the size of your block would depend on the BTS number used for the bomb block itself. I think that's all the tiles gone over. How to use BTS is really, I gave you a fairly simple explanation on them, but once you play around with them, you sort of get the idea on how they're used. You even see these little triangles right there, and the larger ones, see how it fits that just block perfectly. So whenever you get a weird shape, you just have to look for that shape here, and then drag that particular block there, and it should match up. And that should be it. Thanks.